Welcome to this month's Midlife and Thriving with me, Yvonne B, guiding and resourcing midlife women back to what I believe to be the most important relationship of their lives, the one with themselves, through the application and art of self-care, so that they are empowered and confident and in good health to take their brilliance out into the world and to cause a ripple effect with that power. That's what we want to do. And this month, I wanted to focus on the quiet power, which is all about leading from rest, not overdrive. And so here we are, beautiful souls. Thank you for those of you who are watching this video. This month, I'm doing something a little different in that I'm the guest, so I have nobody else joining me. I just felt it was important to take this space to talk directly about something I've been seeing, living and coaching through for years. And that's around this idea of rest. And that rest, that slowing down somehow means we're falling behind. But what if the opposite is true? What if rest is not the end of our productivity, but the beginning of our power? So today I want to talk about what I call quiet power, leading from presence, from rhythm, from deep alignment. And why not at the end of October, with all its beauty and transformation? Seems like the perfect moment to reset. So this cultural myth, if I stop, I'll fall behind. Let's be honest, most of us were raised inside a story that worships speed and productivity. It may have been different wording, but the messaging was probably the same. And it's a story that taught us that our value lies in what we do, not who we are. So, what do? We push, we prove, we perform. We become masters at keeping it all together, even when we're coming undone inside. Somewhere along the way, we absorbed the lie that if we pause, if we slow down, even for a moment, we'll lose everything we've worked for. That if others can juggle it all and we can't, we must be failing. And in leadership, that pressure multiplies. We fear being seen as less capable, less current, less valuable, especially in high-flying roles or male-dominated environments. So we fight our natural approach, intuitive, collaborative, cyclical, trying to fit into systems that reward noise over nuance. Systems that were built but not with us in mind. And we end up driven by fear. Fear of being invisible, fear of being left behind, fear of irrelevance. And in all of that fear, we disconnect from ourselves. It's no wonder so many midlife women whisper, I can't stop. I can't stop. Because in a culture that glorifies the grind, stopping feels like failure. But what if stopping is exactly where our real power begins? And I want to talk about the spiral, returning to what truly matters. The spiral is the symbol at the heart of my work, wearing it everywhere. It represents that sacred journey inward and back out again. It's not linear. It winds, curves, and deepens just like life. When everything feels too much, The spiral calls us back inward into stillness, reflection, and reconnection. It asks us to listen, to notice what's real beneath the noise, to return to what truly matters, our values, our vision, our truth. Because when we lose sight of those things, we lead from depletion. We get caught on the merry-go-round. But when we honour that inward journey, we spiral back out, stronger, clearer, wiser. This quiet power, strength born from stillness, leadership that begins within. And I'm going to tie this into the wisdom in nature, because nature is my thing. When I think about wisdom, I always look to nature. Every autumn, she shows us what graceful leadership looks like. The trees don't cling to what's finished with, they let go. They don't rush to hold on to old growth, they trust the rhythm of renewal. The air cools, the light softens, and everything begins to slow down, not because life is ending, but because restoration is beginning. And that's the invitation for us too, to pause, reflect, release, and realign. Letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the quiet strength of trusting our own cycles, the knowing that rest prepares us for regeneration. Leadership rooted in rhythm, not relentless drive, is what sustains us through every season. When we mirror nature's rhythm, slowing down, nourishing our roots, trusting the cycle, we stop leading from exhaustion and start leading from essence. And that doesn't mean we don't get things done. However, we pause as required. And there are some quiet power practices that we can tap into so that we can embody this quiet power in real life. And it begins with micro intentional practices that remind your body, your mind and spirit that it's safe to rest. Try these, any one or all three of them. 1 minute of conscious breath before the day takes over. And ask, what do I need most today? Not what's expected of me. 2, the body check-in. Notice where tension lives. Place a hand there and breathe until you feel it softening. Your body is always communicating. It just needs space to be heard. 3rd, the sacred no. Each week, say no to one thing that drains you and yes to one that restores you. Boundaries aren't selfish. They're self-respect in action. And this is a short one this month. I'm going to close with the spiral of quiet power. So as we move through this season, I invite you to notice the wisdom that's always been around you and within you. Just like the trees release what no longer serves, we too are being asked to let go. To trust the spiral of our becoming, the inward journey that reconnects us to truth, and the outward spiral that connects that truth into the world. Quiet power isn't about shrinking back. It's about standing rooted, steady, centered, unshaken and even when the world spins fast around you. This October, let the season guide you. Reflect, release, realign. Prepare your roots for the winter ahead, knowing that rest is not your retreat, it's your regeneration. Because when you lead from stillness, you don't lose momentum, you amplify it. You don't fall behind, you rise from within. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I really wanted to just drop this message. It felt really important internally. If today's reflection resonated, I'd love for you to share it with another woman who might need a reminder that rest is leadership too. And you can watch this video again at your leisure on my YouTube channel. The link will be below somewhere so you can subscribe to the channel too. But until the next time, just keep tending your roots, keep trusting your rhythm and letting your power shine.